Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at a team that I already showcased last time this cup was around. And we have a team here again with Milotic. And actually, like a subscriber of me always said like to me in DMs or whatever that he uses this team. It worked so well for him. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take a look at this team again and see how it goes. And I have to say, it is still completely insane. I went on a 13-2 run with this team immediately. I think it was even higher, but like this was like 3 sets then, and like afterwards I didn't really count anymore. This was, my first 3 sets with this team were 13-2. And yeah, we are just climbing up here. I think I only have like now 13 battles in there, otherwise the video would be too long. So yeah, it's most likely gonna be something like 11 wins and 2 losses then. So we have the Excadrill here against us. We usually can take 2 moves from the Excadrill. Sometimes this is a little bit tricky. I think here is the case, because now my opponent gonna be able to farm me down, which is always not the best thing, and now we're not in the best situation. After being in a very good situation before, now we have a little bit of a problem here, as we actually have to double shield, and now our advantage we had before is gone, but my opponent decides to go into his Gyarados. We can go for the Rock Slide, gonna be able to go for another one in time, KOing him, and I expect my opponent to go for the move immediately here, and we're gonna be able to catch the move on our Gyarados. He goes for the drill run, and now my opponent just decides to surrender. That was enough for him. That catch basically, yeah, lost him the game there. We have Metagross against us in the lead, and this is why I love this team as well. Metagross has no play against this entire team. I mean, it has some play against Milotic still, but here we already got 1 shield, and like I don't really have to care if I win back Switch Advantage here or not, as maybe I can get to the Blizzard. I'm totally fine then. And we would either get the 2nd shield or, okay, we don't get to the Blizzard, which is very annoying actually. Or we just go back into our Excadrill right now, we can farm extra energy. But even our Pokemon in the back, which is our Gyarados, which doesn't even have best ABs because I pushed my 100% one to level 50. Yeah, cool. Like even that can deal with the, what's it called, I forgot the name, the Metagross. Yeah, the Metagross. And we're gonna catch the Phantom here perfectly. We still have the Excadrill in the bag with the move stored. We can go for the Crunch here, and this Crunch gonna get the last shield and the defense drop. And this is very important because we're gonna see now that we're still gonna be able to get to another Crunch, and this defense drop allows us to KO him with this Crunch already. He has the Garchomp still in the back, and he just surrenders there. Excadrill and the Gyarados is so good in general together. I saw so many Togekiss as well against me. Excadrill swap into you is always a little bit tricky as well. I tried to swap in time but didn't work out, I guess. And I think I make a mistake here, do I? Yeah, I tried to go into my Gyarados, catching the drill run. Then my opponent, of course, this time didn't throw, or he got the refund thing, which is, I think, the more likely thing there. And now we have to shield, and now you can realign out their Pokemon, and it's gonna be a little bit tough, depending on what he has in the bag, and he can go and just KO me here. If we caught the move, it would have been so fine. It would have been the easiest game ever. And now we are actually in a very tough spot, and I don't know how much energy he had, so I just went for the move. He goes into a Garchomp, and I was like, okay, maybe there is still a chance. I can just stay in here and go for, like, wait for the Phantom and swap out now. Actually, I died from the Phantom already. And maybe if I can farm him down and get to the Blizzard against the Togekiss, I still have a chance. He goes for the Phantom, and that was the smartest decision he could have done. Because like this, we're not gonna be able to KO him with 1 Blizzard anyway, and we're just gonna surrender that, like, because of the debuff. Like he did so much damage there. My opponent played the duel. Dragon Tail, Phantom, Garchomp is definitely something you kind of have to be aware of. And this dude has like the craziest spice. Holy hell, a best buddy of Venusaur, 100% most likely purified in Master League. Is this dude like a YouTuber or something who needs like some spicy content? I don't know, but this is actually pretty difficult for me to deal with. And we're just gonna try to deal with it with our Gyarados now and try to farm him down. Didn't work out perfectly in time, it's totally fine still. He goes into the Togekiss again. 1 Aqua Tail should put him into range for 1 Rock Slide, I think. Which should be really decent for us as well. We should be able to... Oh, we actually go into the Togekiss. Okay, why? Why do we go into the Milotic? I think I was too scared for 1 Flamethrower. I don't know. Seems weird. We're gonna be able to take this Ancient Power though, and I can just go for the 7 KO him. Did we already know the lead? Did I forget something? We actually knew the lead, I think. Yeah, it was in Mechanism. Yeah, okay, then it does all make sense, because now we had our exit rolls still saved, and we didn't really want to have the Mechanism against our Milotic, of course. Yeah, maybe I should pay attention to the first swap, but it was so fast I didn't even see that he had a Mechanism. Here, this was the main reason was with the Milotic, where I kinda thought about the moveset. If we had Hyper Beam here, we would have been way better off, but actually we can still win this matchup. He goes for the Icicle Spear bait, which doesn't really help him too much. We can go for a Surf, and we're gonna be able to still survive an Icicle Spear here, and we're gonna be able to gain back switch advantage while having a shield advantage. So actually you don't really need Hyper Beam for the Walrein. It's basically the only Pokemon where you really want the Hyper Beam. But even with Surf and Dragon Tail, the Dragon Tail damage just adds up. And we have another Spice Lord here with the Milotic. And we can go for 1 Crunch. We can take the Surf. Luckily he throws. If we farmed up extra, I think we would have lost this already at this point. But we already lost this, I think, by me throwing this move, because it doesn't KO and I still have to shield here. And now it's looking a little bit tough. Especially because the Hexorist can just chunk me down with the counter damage. And yeah, at the end of the day, I think I lost this game on my own. If I just didn't throw my move there and shielded, I would have been fine. But yeah, like this, we didn't have enough energy for the Hexorist, and it's all gonna be a little bit too bad. So yeah, this was a game which we could have won definitely, but I played this a little bit horrible. But yeah, we have a Waterfall Gyarados switching into us. I take this because we have a Dragon Breath Gyarados, which just does more damage to you and generates energy faster. He goes for the Outrage, doesn't really matter. We can just farm him all the way down. He most likely goes back into his lead there, which was the Togekiss, so we can go for 1 Awkward Tail, which put him into range basically. Not really, I don't think it's actually Rock Slide range yet. He goes into a Dragonite. I hope that he lets this move go. He doesn't. I'm just gonna go for another move then. I'm just gonna shield here. It's totally fine. Like, I know Dragon Claw does a lot of damage, but even though it's resisted, it's still like kind of chunks. But we got both shield from him, and I was like, okay, maybe Milotic is fine here. Maybe we can just go for 1 Surf or something. He goes for a Dragon Claw, doesn't go for the big move. He goes for another Dragon Claw. Totally fine for me. And he swaps out into the Togekiss. We farmed up enough energy to go for the Blizzard, KOing this thing. Can we still win this game? It's gonna come down to the wire. How much does a Dragon Claw actually do to me? It's gonna put me into the red hell. We can just barely get to the Rock Slide and win this game as well. Excadrill right now is such a strong Pokemon. It's just, in my opinion, maybe even the best Pokemon that you can run right now. Unless you encounter something like a Machamp, of course, in the lead. And a Walrein in the bag. I think it might be a Snorlax as a safe swap with this team. It's also a very tough one. But my opponent lags here a little bit. Oh, I of course take advantage of that with my Milotic's Dragon Tail, and we lag back. Ah, man. I mean, I don't know if you saw that. Niantic tweeted on Twitter that they're currently fixing, like they're basically already done, but like they're running this out most likely soonish, fixing Go Battle League. Like they're aware of all the bugs and whatever, and we already know, like from the code and whatever, what I already said in like several videos, that we just have to be a little bit patient with them. Basically, all that what I said before seems to be true and seems to come into Pokemon Go. Like, hopefully Go Battle League gonna be better next season, but look at this beautiful catch. Even though the game is still trash, we can catch like a champ. And I hope that all those fixes come before we have those tournaments. I'm most likely gonna attend at Frankfurt, but we will see, maybe also in the Bremen one, because I have 2 tournaments in Germany, which is cool. I might attend at both of them for Pokemon Go. But most likely I'm not gonna go very far, I would imagine. The thing is, I know like I'm a decent player, like I'm definitely, like I was at rank 1 in the world at one point, but my main focus wasn't it there last year even to be the best, like no one ever was. He saw me tank on purpose like several times. I even tanked on today. Today where I recorded this, it's by the way the community day. We had a nice community day. But like I tanked today because I didn't want to play. And like I haven't played against the craziest top people of the entire world for ages because of queue times, because it's not worth it for me, because I don't have the time for it. So most likely I'm not in the form where I was like, I don't know, a year ago, where I would have been able to compete in those tournaments for actual the win. But we will see. I mean, we still don't know, but I don't expect myself being anywhere close to the top people right now. We get the debuff here, which is actually very important because my opponent no throws, which basically lost him the game because we can just shut him down here. Good game there. But yeah, gonna be interesting. Tournament's gonna be interesting. I don't think I'm gonna win anything, but I'm just gonna go there to have fun, to meet people. And this is my main interest, and not to win all those prizes. Even though like the prize pool looks really cool as well, plus like having the option to go to London later on would be very cool. But you have to be like, for the international tournament, which is in Frankfurt, you have to be under the top 4 people to actually qualify for London, and for the other one, Bremen, you have to be in the final. And I think we have like more than 200 people most likely attending there, because Pokemon Go PvP it's actually like you have so many people that play this in general still that would travel there. So I think that's gonna be a little bit tough, and it's gonna be a big competition, and it's gonna be next to impossible to get in there. But we will try. We will not try hard, but we will try. Next opponent, we're gonna have Excadrill against Empoleon. This is something that I don't want to see with this team. Empoleon is a little bit tough, but also Milotic can still handle it a little, like, pretty decent actually. Like, the Dragon Tail does a lot of damage. My opponent decides to go into Togekiss. I was expecting him to shield here, because like Surf, I mean, good bait move, but like I thought like Blizzard, he might want to shield, but he doesn't want to shield the Blizzard, and I'm totally fine with this. In comes the Gyarados. I go into my Excadrill. I know that I should be able to outspeed him to the second move as well. I can shield this Awkward Tail. I try to swap onto my own Gyarados later on. This Orc Slide gonna put him pretty low. You can swap onto the Awkward Tail, which gonna be able to... Yeah, it's so good for us because we needed to catch this move. Still, the Empoleon gonna be a little bit tougher, so we're gonna bait here. We're gonna get the first shield from him. He still has 2 shields left. We're gonna shield the Hydro Cannon. Why do you know? You ran... that doesn't make sense. He runs Blizzard. Blizzard also ran that Pokemon before, Empoleon with Blizzard. May have been even my team. I don't think it was my team that he runs here. There was like... I would play definitely Empoleon before, but also with Blizzard, and he just surrenders there. Next up, we're gonna have a Dragonite against us in the lead. We can go for the Rock Slide here, going to put him pretty low, which is already everything I want, because I have 2 Pokemon in the back with Dragon type quick moves. I can just shield the Hurricane and farm all the way down. My opponent goes into the Metagross, which is in this scenario a little bit tough. The thing here is usually it would be such a good scenario for you, but here you already have some damage from the Dragon Breath before, so this Earthquake gonna hurt you a lot. And I'm just gonna KO you. I'm gonna try to farm all the way down, and I'm gonna catch it. I tried to catch the move on the Gyarados, which didn't work out. I just KO'd him, which is also fine. And now we know he has an Excadrill in the back. We know that he has the what's it called, the Dragonite still. We're gonna be able to go for another Awkward Tail here anyway. We survive 1 Rock Slide, and it's looking pretty decent. I will move start on my Excadrill, and he had to no-shield this. I'm just gonna no-shield this as well. I should be able to get to 2 moves against the Dragonite. You're gonna swap out in time. Clever swap there. We go for the Rock Slide. We're gonna KO him here, and he just surrenders. I mean, at least try to shield on the Dragonite, I guess. We have a Gyarados against us. Luckily, not a Waterfall. Even though Waterfall is better for my backline anyway, so it actually doesn't really matter too much. We tried to catch the move, didn't work out. My opponent goes into the Metagross, and now one Earthquake doesn't KO us or like put us close to being KO'd. I think the missing defense stats kinda really hurt me, especially in the scenarios you can see right now. He can actually farm me all the way down, which is not cool. I think like if I had 15 defense, I most likely would have had like a poke point or something, because actually the quick move on that thing hurt me way more than I expected. We're gonna be able to catch this Awkward Tail easily onto our own Gyarados. He has an Excadrill in the back. Still doesn't look like a decent matchup for me, to be honest. We're gonna put him low though, and I was like, oh, why is he doing this? He has to still throw 1 Rock Slide here, and he throws it immediately. If I can farm him down, I might be able to still win this game. And we can farm down before he gets to another move. And we have 199 energy right now, not 199 energy. And we can just farm extra. We can go for another Rock Slide. We're gonna just undercharge here because why not? And we're just gonna undercharge here as well. And we're just gonna win this game anyway because we know how much the rockside does, so we can just troll around there. We don't have to hit every bubble. We see the Togekiss in the lead again. Very nice for us. We win this in every scenario as long as we throw our quick moves in a perfect time. And we see Antonowicz coming in. I'm just gonna go for one drill run and then swap out, I think. Yeah, I just thought one move. Just didn't really want to be in this matchup. He goes on the body slam. Milotic is such a bulky Pokemon still, even though it doesn't really have the best CP stat product in general for this league. You're still gonna be able to tank a lot of moves. He still gets to another move here. Maybe if I throw my move, I would have been better off. But we're just gonna be able to tank this move. Ancient Power doesn't KO, he gets the boost. And this is so unlucky because now this Surf doesn't KO. And we have to farm down with the Gyarados, and this looks like so bad. We are already in red health. He goes into his own extra duel, and I don't think we're gonna be able to win this game. This is the last game of this video. We're gonna put him low already because he doesn't shield the Awkward Tail, and he KOs me now. I have to try to farm him all the way down, and we see that this will not really happen. He goes for a drill run. We're gonna go for our own drill run, and yeah. We're gonna be able to go for the work side here actually. Are we gonna be able to win this game? We're gonna be able just barely to win this game. Thanks for watching, see you next time, and have a great rest of your day.